It's that wonderful time of year when we see family, exchange gifts, eat more food than any human morally should, and of course, watch some fabulous Christmassy movies. The only thing I love more than an animated movie is a Christmas animated movie. But you know what? There just aren't enough of them if you ask me. So here's 9 brilliant animated Christmas movies so you can get your festive fix. And hang around to the end, because we've got a little Christmassy bonus. Up first is Arthur Christmas. Everyone knows that once a year, Father Christmas delivers presents to all the kids in the world. What they don't know is that the whole operation has had a little modernisation and is now done with an army of elves on a high-tech flying ship called the S1. But after Santa's youngest son realises a child has been missed, he makes it his mission to deliver the gift himself. A wonderfully fun and exciting movie for the whole family. Arthur Christmas has a brilliant story, some wonderful humour, and an absolutely stellar voice cast. An absolute must-see for any Christmas fan. Up next is The Polar Express. Of course this was going to be on the list. When a young boy starts to doubt the magic of Christmas, he takes a mysterious train ride to the North Pole and starts a journey of self-discovery that re-sparks his wonder of life. Now this one is definitely a little Marmite, and people have very mixed opinions on the motion capture style animation. But it also has some beautifully imaginative visuals and is a really inspiring story. 2 big tick boxes for a good Christmas movie in my opinion. Add in Tom Hanks and, well, you've got yourself a winner. What Christmas movie list would be complete without The Grinch? Whether you're watching the original 1966 How the Grinch Stole Christmas or the 2018 remake starring Benedict Cumberbatch, this story captures the spirit of Christmas perfectly. The grumpy old Grinch sets out to ruin the festive cheer of the people who live in Whoville and gets up to all sorts of dastardly tricks to do so. But can he learn to love the warmth and happiness that comes with Christmas? Well, you'll have to watch to find out. Next on the list is The Nightmare Before Christmas. Ooh, controversial. Is it a Christmas movie or a Halloween movie? You know what I think? It can be whichever you bloody want it to be. This 1993 musical wonder tells the story of Jack Skellington, the Pumpkin King of Halloween Town. But when he decides to take a trip to Christmas Town, he becomes infatuated with their culture and decides to try and take control. This movie will always be a classic with its incredible score by Danny Elfman and gorgeous visual style. If you didn't watch it for Halloween, give it a gander. And now for something a little less traditional, Tokyo Godfathers. This Japanese animation follows a group of homeless misfits after they discover a newborn baby whilst rummaging in the bins for food on Christmas Eve. With very little to go on, the group start a search of Tokyo to reunite the baby with its parents. Although definitely not as fluffy as other movies in this list, it's beautiful, emotional and heartwarming, and has stunning animation. Perfect for something a little different, which still captures that Christmas spirit. No Christmas would be the same if we didn't turn on the TV to see the short musical of The Snowman. Originally illustrated by Raymond Briggs, we see the story of a young boy who makes a snowman on Christmas Eve. The snowman then comes to life and takes him on a magical adventure to the North Pole where he meets Father Christmas. Told purely with beautiful animation and music, The Snowman is a total classic. And don't forget, if this one is a little melancholy for you, you can always check out the 1991 Raymond Briggs Father Christmas short. Up next is Rise of the Guardians. This is another one with some debate about whether it's a true Christmas movie. But I say, if there's Santa and some elves, I'm in. For hundreds of years, children's hopes and dreams have been protected by guardians like Santa, the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy. But after an evil boogeyman starts to attack the children's belief, the guardians must find a new recruit in the form of Jack Frost. With another brilliant voice cast, Rise of the Guardians is a fantastic all-rounder. There's adventure, there's great characters, there's laughs, but it's also surprisingly touching and emotional. Perfect for a cosy evening in with a mince pie and some after eights. Next on the list is Mickey's Christmas Carol. There are so many versions of this wonderful story, but how can we make a list of animation without a little Disney? In this classic Dickens tale, we see a whole host of our favourite Disney characters taking up familiar roles. In fact, it was the first animated movie at the time to include Mickey Mouse in over 30 years. This one is a great way to introduce children to the story and really captures the warm and uplifting nature of the original tale. Beautifully animated, obviously it's Disney, this short film is a great one for a quick Christmas fix. But if you want something a little longer than 26 minutes, check out the other Disney version of this story starring Jim Carrey, another fabulous take on an absolute classic. And lastly, but definitely not leastly, is Klaus. In this movie, we meet Jesper, a self-centered postman who is forced to relocate to Smeerinsburg, the angriest and most depressing place ever. However, he soon meets a reclusive toy maker, and together they start to spread joy and bring some happiness to the dark and gloomy town. I have to say, this is definitely one of my all-time favourite Christmas movies, animated or not. The story is fun and exciting, but also incredibly touching and really unexpected. The animation is just beautiful, and it'll leave you feeling all warm and fuzzy inside. This movie is just everything I want to see at Christmas. So, you might have already seen all these movies, but fancy something you haven't seen before? Netflix have just made an animated musical version of A Christmas Carol. The animation looks utterly lovely, and it's released this week, so go give it a look. Well, there you have it, 9 animated movies to give you all the Christmas feels. So what are you waiting for? Get the kettle on, grab a bit of Christmas cake, and get watching. See ya!